I'm happy to be a part of the 1-year anniversary of this. It's pretty cool. I came to my first one almost a year ago. I wanted to write something a little more bar appropriate, but I didn't quite have the time. But so it is what it is. A few people have heard it already. It's from a short story called The Dead Gnome. It's the beginning. Just a slate here. It's so weird. Cody in a small town in the woods of the Olympic Peninsula wakes to the sound of water running in the bathroom. His brother didn't wake him on time for school. He shoves off his blankets and jumps out of bed, walks down the hall past their father's locked bedroom door to barge into the bathroom and yell at his brother, but stops. A female whimper emits from the other side of the door, followed by a slapping sound. Austin has a girl in there. Cody will fling the door open and catch them and scream that he's going to tell their father. He hesitates, grips the doorknob and pushes inward. He sees not his brother, but their father's friend Ray, standing naked before the sink, and bent over in front of him, braced against the counter, with her head almost touching the mirror, is their father's girlfriend, Alana. Ray's contorted face, obscured in the fogged mirror, turns, and under the glaring yellow light overhead becomes a snarl of rage. "Get the fuck out of here, faggot," Ray screams. Cody runs up the hallway to his room. He slams the door shut and stretches the bungee cord he uses as a lock to the adjacent closet doorknob. Ray stomps up the hallway. Just as Cody secures the hooked ends of the cord, the edge of the bedroom door slams into his face. Cody falls to the floor. Ray bangs on the door, making the window on the other side of the room rattle. "You fucking little shit, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." The door moves inward as far as the cord lets it, a couple inches. Ray's wild eyeball stares through the crack. Cody touches his right cheek where the edge of the door hit. Blood streaks his fingers. "Get out of my house," he screams. "You don't belong here." He slides his window open and jumps out. Ray's old black Camaro is parked in the street, and Cody thinks about hurling a rock through the passenger window, but that would only make Ray angrier and would get himself into trouble. He runs down the street to the bottom of the hill, where he turns the corner and sprints up the shaded highway until he comes to a side road leading to a trailhead into the mountains. He runs up the dirt trail. Fog blurs the forest. The cold air makes his throbbing cheek feel better. He has hiked this trail a few times with Austin, never too far. Now he wants to go as far as possible. His fury toward Ray, what he was doing in the bathroom with his dad's girlfriend, what she was doing, cheating on his dad, shoots Cody through the woods like a bullet. Telling his dad would get both Ray and Alana kicked out of the house for good. Ray, the jobless smooch, and Alana, the ugly drunk. But his dad might also be mad at him for missing school, for ruining his relationship with those two people, for being a snitch, for existing. Running through wet ferns, jumping over mossy rock streams, passing fir and hemlock trees, high up the cold mountain pass, as far as his legs can take him, Cody's strained lungs and burning throat finally slow him down. He likes being in the woods by himself, off the trail, with no one to tell him what to do or where to go. Eventually he breaks through to a sunny meadow filled with purple, orange, and yellow wildflowers, and he sits down to rest. He is thirsty. The cut on his cheek, still tender, is dry and crusty under his fingertips. Something catches his eye, small movement a few yards away next to a rotted tree stump. It looks like a newborn kitten. Cody stands and walks closer to it. It now looks like a tiny, hairy human. Black, shining eyes stare, frightened, from a pinched, dirty red face. It blinks. Its stomach bulges upward and falls rapidly. It wears a light brown shirt and gray pants and tiny brown boots. 3 spots of blood glisten on the chest and stomach. It's some kind of dying animal dressed up by a cruel kid, Cody thinks, but it looks like a person. "Hello," Cody says. The thing tries to stand, but falls to the ground with a sad little groan that shocks Cody. He reaches for it. It rears back and growls. "I won't hurt you," Cody says. He picks it up gently with both hands. Weakly it squirms, desperate to get away. a warm bundle of muscle under ragged, dirty cloth. It grunts and yells in a high-pitched jumble of foreign words, its tiny mouth grimacing, panting, its hands pathetically tearing at Cody's fingers and dotting them with blood. The thing smells like an unwashed potato and something else, something sour, like the smell that comes from the garbage bags stuffed with beer cans and bottles that Cody's dad trucks to the recycling center every other week. Cody whispers, "It's okay," trying to bolster the words with the transmission of tenderness through his hands into the struggling body. He wants to bring it home, but he's afraid to. Someone could take it from him. He doesn't want to abandon his discovery, so he carefully slips the writhing body into his sweatshirt pocket and turns back the way he came, through the forest, wondering what this thing could be, what he's going to do with it, and hoping Ray has left the house. Thank you.